COVID confusion is spreading through schools all over the place these days. So what are your legal rights as a parent or a student during this pandemic? Let's get to a concerned parent's question.
Like so many millions of parents across the country, I have questions. My daughter Lola just started school and she's doing virtual learning. Whose decision is it for them to either do virtual learning or go back into the classroom? I know we would all love answers to those questions. Thank you.
Wake Forest University law professor Jonathan Cardi joins me now to answer this and other important questions about schooling during COVID-19. Jonathan, thanks for joining me.
Thank you. Great to be here.
So what can parents do if their school isn't offering online courses? I mean, they're saying you have to go to school. There's no online alternative. What do I do if I'm concerned that schools are not safe for my kids?
First of all, homeschooling is always an option. At least legally, it's not an option for every parent, but it's still an option. And students have a lot of options for homeschooling. The parents can make up the curricula on their own, or there are a lot of options in the marketplace to purchase homeschooling materials or even enter a correspondence course. Another option is that a number of states have really robust online alternatives for the in-school systems. So these are publicly created school systems online. And then the third option is, even if a state doesn't have their own online schooling option, many states will allow parents to enter their kids into other states' online school systems and then lobby their local school systems to transfer those credits. So that's also a possible option. And then there are paid-for options online as well. I mean, the only option that really parents don't have is to just not send their kids to school at all. Some states will sort of play hardball if parents want to send their kids to some other optional online system. But parents shouldn't give up. If they get an initial no, they should keep pushing until they get a yes, and often that works.
I like that. Okay, let's take another question about school enrollment. Let's listen to this.
Hi, my name is Anna, and I have a child who will be a sophomore this year. I wonder if I'm jeopardizing her enrollment by not feeling safe sending her to school this year.
Yeah, this is a question I really had too. If your school says that you must come in person to school and the parent says, no, we're going to do it at home or we want to do it online, can that actually jeopardize their enrollment? Can schools say, you know, you're no longer enrolled?
It might be the case for that year. In other words, if a parent opts to take their kids out of the public school system and then homeschool them or do an optional online system, then the school might not let them back into that school that year. But if the parents live in a school district where that school serves, they're going to have to let them in the next year. The tricky thing is if a parent has enrolled their kid into a magnet school, for example, or a school in a different area, then that's sort of a privilege for that family. And if they drop out that year, the school might not let them in the next year.